What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know. Das. We get it in. But before we get it in, let's get the intro in. Welcome back to the channel. If you already haven't hit that like and subscribe button, you need to go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the. I did like that. Look at what you mugshot in the direction of the dope content that I'm kicking, and I appreciate all the support. Very humbled by it. So unfortunately, I have some bad news. Well, it was bad for me last night, and it's even worse for Pepe. Right? Some super bad news. Yep, you see it on the thumbnail. The fucking Maosa's back, is he? Right? Hey, he got a good run. He was out for a few months. He got him a nice, solid run. But after the gramo and gramos and they more gramos, is he? The dumbass takes a pocket full of shit to the parole office with him. This is what happened. So last night, my tia got at me. I guess one of my primos was watching a video, not any primo I've ever talked about. Well, one of my primos was over there in Gustina, my tia's house, talking and showing videos to Ricky, right? Of a video I did when it was the one called The Goonies, right? If you guys remember that one, I was talking about my tia and everything. And then they started going into another video, the one I just did on my tia's called American Me, right? Where they went out with the paisas and all that shit happened. And I got to get to a part 3 on that one. We're gonna do that. But anyways, right? My tia was not happy. One called the other one, and the other one called the other one back, and then it was bad, right? And so I got a phone call last night about midnight, and I ain't even gonna lie, I jumped up out the bed thinking, oh damn, what's cracking, right? Thinking somebody, because usually I don't get late night phone calls. And so I'm like, who the fuck's calling me, right? And it was a 209 number. So I already knew it was Northern California, right? And I was like, all right. So I answered the phone. And this was an unusual phone call because it wasn't from my tia's number, it wasn't from Ricky's number, it was from a number I didn't know. And usually I don't answer those because sometimes it's trolls or haters that have got my number, man, and they just want to call and say, fuck you, punk, right? And I hate you, right? Fair, right? And then they'll hang up. And I'm not into that shit, so I just put it on silent and just take my dumb ass to sleep. But anyway, something told me, when you get that feeling like, man, this is important. So I answered, and it was a phone call that I should have, but shouldn't have answered, right? Like, yeah, okay, now I could get a hold of you, bitch. I'm like, oh shit. I said, what's up, there? You got a new number? No, so I'm using some fucking dude's phone. Look at, and I can hear fucking casino noises. I'm away at the New Table Mountain, and I fucking lost, and I'm pissed. Look at me and your tia. We're going to fuck you up with chanclas when we see you. I said, what happened? I watch your stupid ass show, and I don't even care what you say because a lot of it's the truth. But at the same time, you're talking a lot of shit, and we demand an apology. I said, I'm sorry. I said, you're sorry for what? For whatever I said that offended you. You should be sorry that I didn't beat your fucking puta mama when you were born. I said, oh, whoa, hold up. Moms ain't got nothing to do with this. Well, she does now because she's on my radar, bitch. I'm telling you. You better take down that video. I said, I ain't taking down. What did I say? That I haven't said that was worse. Because you said you're going to put us in danger. I said, in danger of what? Because the guys you were fucking with, they're the real deal. I said, they're not even around anymore. Yeah, you haven't seen them for 20 years. What are you worried about? Because you don't play like that, right? Okay, all right, my bad. You want me to take you down for reals? Because they're making a lot of money. You can send me some money. I'll do what I can, right? It's not making a lot of money, but I'll do what I can. You're the one with all the money at the casino. Just because I'm at the casino, bitch, I lose every night, right? So anyway, she goes on and tell me, call your tia mijo and tell her you're sorry. Are you sorry? I said, a little bit. God, you better be a lot of it because I got a lot of fucking hands to put on you. And your fucking primo's been acting stupid. He quit his job. So update is Ricky quit his job, right? And so I said, well, let me call Rick. So I called him. Wake them all up out of bed. What is there Southsiders? I said, no. Yeah, there is Southsiders, but they're not here. You know what I'm saying? But there's a Southsider named Lil Grifo complaining. What's up, bro? He's like, my mom's mad at you. I said, I don't give a shit if your mom's mad at me, bro. Your mom's always mad. What happened? Give her a little, you know what I'm saying? Hook her with one of the homies. She'll be good. What's up, though? Nothing, right? He tells me about his job. He got in an argument with the boss, and that was it. He quit. And I'm like, damn, at least he has enough smarts to quit a job where they don't want him. Right? But my cousin, he does that. He loses jobs left and right. So anyways, that was that. That was the phone call. So I was like, you know what? Should I call my dad? It's late night. But I already know how she is. She don't give a fuck. When she wants an apology, she wants an apology. And look, I don't have to apologize. I really don't. I really don't. I didn't say nothing that I ain't said before. Way worse, right? But I was like, fuck, if they're tripping, you know, that's my family. If they don't want me to talk about it, I won't. Straight up, right? So I call my tia and she goes, okay, Mr. Fucking, I can't get a hold of you anymore. And I said, oh shit, they're like the same. Her, my other tia. I'm like, what's up? She goes, a lot of shit. First of all, you're talking about shit you don't know nothing about. I said, what happened? You don't know nothing about my surgery and what it was for. I said, oh, I just said it was for your fallopian tube. It wasn't. It was because I had a bump on my uterus, mijo, and then I hurt. I was in excruciating pain. I said, it didn't sound like you were in excruciating pain that night when you were with that dude upstairs. That's my business. I was, but there was that fucking, you know, when you have a bruise and you press on it and it hurts so good? It was hurting so good, mijo. And you want to tell everyone about the bruise on my fucking esophagus. I said, the bruise on your esophagus? I never said that about your esophagus. Now I'm going to say something about you. Don't fucking put it out there. Are you making a lot of money, mijo? She's all on my shit, right? I said, no, man. Everyone thinks I'm making a lot. I don't. Then why the fuck you even talk about it then? For funsies, right? It's not for reals. It's for funsies. And so we get to talking. And she was like, mijo, Pepe got locked up. So here's the news flash. I was like, what happened? And she was like, he's a fucking, he don't stop, mijo. I don't know what to do with him. He needs, what is that called? In reflection. I said, in reflection? In reflection? She goes, no, that shit with the movie. Remember the show with the fucking, the two fucking guys, the gay guys that were fucking, I said, oh, that's Catfish? Get that one. I said, no. Oh, you're talking about he needs an intervention. That one. That's the one. I watch it on MTV. I said, that's just, they still have MTV? I watched the reruns intervention. There was this one Piran. She was fucking stupid. She used to drink. She was drinking fucking bath water. She was trying to get high. Anyways, he needs an intervention, but we can't do it for at least however long he's going to get. He needs to call me. So I said, well, what happened there? He's dumb. He was high. He went to the parole office high. He pissed dirty and he got caught with a gang of dope in his pocket. So let me explain to you in fucking normal terms that you can understand. This baboso, that's why the title was Super Baboso, right? Not Super Pepe. I guess he's been working at flea markets. That's like the notorious thing my family does. I grew up doing that, man. My dad, I'm going to tell you guys a story right now. My dad was fucking notorious for that. That's all he did. My whole life was work at flea markets and sell weed. That's it. And sometimes not in that order. Sometimes he sold weed at the flea market. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was selling hubcaps. He was selling hubcaps stuff with weed. That's just what it was. So I guess Pepe got him a little holly somewhere down there in LA, right? And he was selling hubcaps and tires and fake transformers and whatever. He was working with some Asian partner of his, which he doesn't even care for Asians. So I don't know how that worked out, right? But he had got him a little highly and he was doing good since he got out. Like I said, I haven't talked to Pepe. So I don't know. He's a hard motherfucker to get a hold of. He doesn't have, he's like Johnny from Cantaranas. He just pops up when he pops up and it's all love. Hey, homie, what's up, homie? Right? And then that's it. Okay, homie, let him know. I don't stay with that shit, eh? He's one of them guys. So anyways, I guess this fool, look, getting high is not an option with him. It's like when we wake up and we're like, damn, I'm tired. That's like it to him. It's normal. It has become so normal that the whole family knows that's just what he's going to do. He's never going to stop. The intervention won't work. You know, he'll be like, let me tell you something about this intervention. You see, first of all, if not one of you babosos can spell intervention, then we're not doing one. You see, we're going to start with you because you're the stupidest one. Come on, Ricky, say it. Whooping Southsiders, I don't like them. See, you don't know it. See? How about you, Efita? I got respect and I love you dearly, but you can't spell inflection. And you, Tia, I don't want a chancla, and you get higher than I do. So we leave it right there. We both need an intervention together. You know what I mean? Tocaya. And you, well, so you could probably spell it, but at the same time, you're over here telling all these stories. And so I already know how he would be. An intervention is not going to work for him. He'll be like, hey, can we take a 15-minute break so I can get high? That's his thing. Hey, we're going to send you to Florida. Do they got black over there or what? Is it good? Is it good? That's, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I still do black. Is it good? I'll go to Florida. You see? Maybe I can meet a new piruja over there, but at the same time, you see? You know what I'm saying? Everyone's going to let me borrow the aula so I can get my first gramo. That's how it would be. It wouldn't be your normal fucking intervention. So anyways, I'm kind of sad for him, but at the same time, it's probably better for him. It's not like he's going to stop in there. That vato will get a rotten pill and do it. Yeah, he's just different, right? So what my tia said is that he had to go to parole, and she had my primo Marijuana take him. And he said when that fool got in the car, he told him, "Hey, bro, I'm not gonna take you to fucking parole. You're higher than a motherfucker." And he said, "Just take me. They're used to this shit. They already know my program. They're not my parole officer's cool." He said he's cool. He's good with it. He told me I could do everything but hard drugs, and this ain't hard to me. This is soft and it's easy to find, so it ain't hard. They say it was easy for me to find it as soon as I got. I don't know what the people are saying. Oh, you can't find black no more. Shit, I can, right? God, this is that good shit. This is that real good shit. I say, believe me, when I tell him how good I feel right now, I say he's gonna be proud of me. I say that I was even. I'm a hustler, homie, not a customer crony. I got some heroin on my shoulder. Should I dust it up for me? Right? Oh no. So my primo was like, "Nah, fuck that, bro. I'm not gonna take you, man, because you're gonna get locked up." And he's like, "Don't worry. I say if I don't come out in 30, 35 minutes, then just leave. I say I walk home." So my primo says, "Fuck it, bro. If you want to go back, you're going back." So he calls his jefita first, my tia, and says, "Hey, he's all smacked back. I don't know if I should take him." And she's, "Take that fucking son of a bitch." When I say son of a bitch, I use the words loosely because I'm not a bitch, but take him. If he wants to fucking learn, let him learn. So according to her, she said, "Take him." She knew he was going to get locked up, but she didn't care. She was like, "Good. He's been fucking up. He's working at a fucking flea market. He's getting all high and she's not now. People are stealing fucking hubcaps from his table and shit." She was like, "He needs to go." So that was her form of intervention. Like, let him go. My family's not like that. My tias used to not be like that. "Hey, tia, guess what? I'll pull the strap out on someone. Let's go to Mexico, mijo. There's a fucking paisa I know I've been wanting a chorra for a long time. Let's go. That's a perfect fucking reason to go, right?" Like, they'll take you to the ends of the earth to hide you. Like, hide under the couch. Just fucking scoot all the roaches to the side and get under there, bitch. Right? That's how they are. So to really say just turn him in, basically, is like, he's really fucking up, right? And so this fool just got done doing fucking several years in prison. Like, man, this sucks. But I guess they took him. And as soon as he got into the pro office, all right, so I've been pro offices because I've been on parole. And I don't know exactly how it is in the one that he went to. He goes to one in Compton. So I don't even know if it's in LA or Compton or wherever, right? But I know that he's staying in Long Beach, but his mom lives in Compton. So I know that in Merced in the pro office, we used to have to, you go in there to the lobby and then you got to sign in. Even though your parole officer tell you, "Hey, come at 1:30," right? You still have to sign in, sign your name, and they'll go back, look on the log. If you missed a day, you're fucked, right? And so you sign in, then you sit right there, a whole bunch of fucking ex-gang members that scribble all over their face. "Hey, fucking, you like Keefy coffee too, Wood? Right, damn, that shit's bomb, homie." And hey, motherfuckers nodded out. Chicks wearing miniskirts, their whole shit's hanging out, their fallopian tubes down to their ankle. Like, it's just, that's how the pro office is, right? And then you always have the one that's trying to change his life. That was me all the time, sitting there with the binder and shit. Like, I got something special written down, right? All nice. And everyone's mean mugging me because I changed my life. You know how it is. Then you got the one homeboy that comes in with all the gold jewelry on. He's balling out of control. He's looking at everyone like, "Fuck, what are you guys doing here?" But as he's signing in, right? You know, then you got the fucking one guy who's trying to be all super gangster. He's telling on everybody. That's how it is, right? Perfect parole office. You got Chito Rana sitting there and a northerner yelling at him. Like, it'd be like that sometimes. So anyways, while this fool's signing in, there's usually a secretary or, all of them are like parole officers. So there's usually someone behind a glass or a desk and you sign in and then they'll tell you, just go take a seat. They'll call and let your fucking parole officer know. And then he'll come out when he wants to come out. I've been to the parole office, waited 4 hours, right? That's just how it is. So I guess they see him and they say, "Get a load of this dude." That fool fucking nods out, allegedly, right? My fucking primo goes in there with them because he knows his brother's caught up. He sits in the things watching Pepe. Pepe fucking nods out while he's signing in, right? For like 5 minutes, he's signing in. And the cop's like, "Get a load of this dude." So he calls his parole officer to come and they're sitting there watching the whole pro office, all the cops and everyone in there is watching Pepe. He's nodded out. And according to what my primo told my tia, that Pepe, I didn't talk to Marijuana, I talked to my tia, right? That fool picked his head up and he said, "Hey, what the fuck you about this looking at, is it? This is some good shit, is it?" And nodded back out. His pro officer takes him, comes out, puts him in cuffs immediately. This fool ain't even, and then takes him to the back. And I guess he's talking to him. My primo said he was in there for an hour. He was waiting for his brother. Like, fuck, man. Hoping that he'll give him a chance because he's given Pepe chances before, right? So he said he's sitting there waiting, I guess. And eventually he asked, like, "Hey, is my brother done?" They're like, "Oh, your brother's already on his way to county." They took him out the back. He's already arrested. So what happened, I guess, was They pissed him. He pissed dirty as hell. They start to search him to make sure he don't have that. This fool had the whole kit on him. The R, everything. With some shit on him. So that fool got charged for paraphernalia. He got a violation, pissing dirty, being stupid, right? And having dope on him. That's Pepe. Can I get at you? No, you can't get at me with stupid shit in your pocket. My tia was hurt. She was like, man, did I do the right thing making him go, or should I just wait until he got? I said, the thing is, that fool, as soon as he starts coming down, my stomach hurts, Amalia, help, dame me hola. Yeah, you making menudo, mom? That shit's bomb. Would you take a little shot, need some menudo? It gets me right. There's no help for people like that, man. And it's unfortunate my primo's going right back. And yes, he's probably going to go back to prison. He is going to go back to prison, right? Because they're fucking going to stretch him out, probably give him about 6-7 months in the county, or, you know what I'm saying, send him back to the pen. I mean, well, he ain't going to get in the county. He's going to go to the pen. 6-7 months violation. But from what I hear, they're not doing short violations like that. Now that's just like a year flat or whatever. I don't know, though. You know, so it's a pretty sad situation. My tia's like, what do I do now? Motherfucker, he don't even live with you. What the fuck do you mean, what do you do now? You send him the abuelas on his books. So, of course, man, I'm going to gather a little change up, man. And I always, when my primos get locked up, or my family members or homeboys get locked up, I'll put together a little, you know what I'm saying, a little stack for them. I'll send it to them. There you go. Toma, you're good. I'll get you started, and then I'll never send them anything else again. Because no one ever sent me anything. And I'm a spiteful motherfucker, right? But even more so than that, like, he's a hustler. Pepe will survive, man. And I'm just like, fuck, man. I never even got to talk to him to ask him if he liked my videos. I never got to sit down and have it's like, he's a hard motherfucker fight. And I expected it. Like, Ricky, I can call him. What's up, primo? What happened? The Southsider's getting you? You need me? Like, what are you going to do? But go over there and film a video and get beat up, right? Like, nah, I don't need you, right? But Pepe's like, I really wanted to have a conversation with him. I really wanted to get at him and just be like, how you doing, primo? And I'm not going to get that opportunity. So, newsflash, Pepe's back in prison. I'm not going to stop doing videos on him just because he's locked up. And that's just the way it is. And my tia was like, I fucking seen that video you made, mijo. Why do you make my son look like he's all fucked up? I said, he is. He is, but you ain't got to tell everyone. I said, do you want me to take all the shit down there? I'll stop this shit. I was thinking about stopping supers anyways. You want me to stop it? No, mijo, because fucking do your thing. You're talented. Remember we always used to say you're funny? You're not that funny, bitch, but you're funny, though. Funny looking. I remember when your mom was pregnant with you. Yeah, one time fucking we went to this place. I had to grab her by her fucking hair, and I think that's why you came out stupid looking like that. Probably. Anyways, speaking of remates, man, I'm going to get into a new series, and I want you guys to hit a 1 if you guys want me to do it. It's going to be called Super Dad. And I'm going to tell you a lot of stories about my father. Now, my father's passed, man, so I know a lot of people are going to talk shit about my father, and if that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. He's not a grown man that I feel the need to protect. If that vato was in real life in HD right here, 450 pounds, big motherfucker, you wouldn't say shit. And the first story is going to be about the Berryessa flea market in San Jose and what I experienced there with him, right? Craziness. It's a little motherfucking supernatural and a little real natural, but it just is what it is. Anyways, breaking news. Ricky lost his job. Pepe got locked up. They're both on destruction, fair business. They're both on their way to fucking bullshit again. Ricky will be all right because he's not all doped out or nothing like that. Pepe will be all right because I heard that they still got shit in prison, so he'll be able to get right. But I know about the sick right now. Help is it? Who got fucking Seroquel? How about that? That's what he gets. What the fuck are you gonna go to the prophets? That's what I'm saying, man. Drugs will destroy your life. They've basically destroyed his. Now, when he does get out, the family did talk, I guess. My tias want to do some type of intervention. I will pull up. I don't know if I'm gonna pull up to Compton, right? But I will pull up and involve myself in the thing. And if he asks me for the abuelas, I'll give it to him. Fuck it. You guys already know what it is. With that being said, thumbs up, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly and honestly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. Again, man, say a prayer for my cousin. He needs it. He really does, man. We need him to change because it's funny making these videos about him and making light of it and clowning. But at the end of the day, man, he's sick and he needs help. I'll say this. If you want me to do the Super Dad series and start getting with that, hit a 1. If not, cool, right? We're going to do what we do. This video is sponsored by Barrio Liquors out there in Turlock, California. If you're in the Turlock, California area, pull up to the Barrio and get you some icy, slushy, Code to drink. Also, by Sticks and Stones Yard Service out there in Tucson, Arizona. If you're in the Tucson area, Google the homeboy Sticks and Stones Yard Service and have the homeboy come do something for you, man. Blessings upon blessings. Show him some love. Hit that one if you want me to do that. I got some good stories to tell. Bang, bang.